Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by ONVENTION and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Mado wezon tohiada na amashama va Ceana Central. Midak baba Mauga ko agbaha akemi yemiga fon de agbagbawo dome. Madogbe na mashama. Ye magado gbena miapa Ghana duko kata pa echoy vaya. Yemi celebrates Ghana for independence, 69th independence celebration echo the car by Yetamia Boba Agba Mille independence celebration mood. Yeta Midak Baba Maupo Miada Atapu Kaka Vasada Agba Yoga Mia Atak Bomdo Mado is on Ami Agba for wana and you wanna talk here they can miga. You get a Washington DC. Na miase anumagbe na miapa a convention manager so a Washington DC. Cho convention aka wogamiala a payama la Washington DC. Nyankwenye a positive. Kama deson nama vekbe miada mia novi mia mama sediji kemiga yonapa Empress Mawusi yeke ganye miapa PRO na Ceana. Marku me the Chicago na miakbe the ever present, the beautiful, the gorgeous Mama Sediji, the Empress Mawusi.
Thank you, Awful Steve. Oh, anya pokpom lo magbena magbami batakali dogoni.
I'm a permanent nama. I'll buy Washimaka note out.
I'm always on the run. Nyasela nukola modo is on amikova Ceana Central Jimala Fiakla of Steve. Nkonye nya Mawusi Kujao, enye ganya to Bazuku, enye ganya Empress Mawusi, enye ganya Mama Sadu, nko subo, depending of ye na jishim loko, nko tohu gaka, miedak bana Mawuba de Agba gakbag bada myang, Agba. Akplagba gagbagbaga eya totoga badanya for fertility chiena eya tami blackpa agba motohiado miado monoga one way conventional planning nami payam tanya selaklo nupola miako nukpokpo ya de nya mia ye miava mawona na miava jilao miava futo miava loloto miasrowo miavio amashia mapio ameo machiba yosan ko gwa wo kweroroko na ona na made They are curious to know what you sent them, and they're going to be clicking on that link. Tanya Selaklo Nupola, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, abale ke the Empress Mawusi blene. Nyamanyana egba salada do dundi alo like don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Wonderful. Yo, Marco ning Caesar salad alo house salad alo salad ka do.
Marakukuka on time asem you na mako maglon in ho ma. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Na mako maglon.
Yo, we arrive back. Yata pay Marco Mimawana na Meshama now about no abase. Marco abale ke blina kamia desom ya ide Washington me avec me aba Washington am pekpa we.
Akpano Ofo Steve. Marakuku mi pa shiklim na me welcome ya for special guest. Beautiful Miss ABLA TOFFA. Yenya 2026 convention manager. Na this year convention in Hala DC. Let's give a welcome, a round of applause. Miane, welcome cover. Follow look find that. Oh, the year just follow. As a husband, hello, Gaka, your football sand long money. I'm telling you. Anyway, Miyahi, the second special guest ID. We have a second special guest, Dr. Bright FLEKU. Chairman of the 2026 Host Association of Ceana Convention Magazine Committee. Dr. Bright FLEKU. Sister ABLA TOFFA miawe zonkova Ceana Central GA.
Thank you.
Abale mienya now. We always start the program by you reintroducing yourself because we believe new people are always joining us every day. Tamara kuku oba ladies first today. Abla manya banya kata gromara manya basam. Tamabare oba ladies first. Dadokyo fiare na I mean, where are you from? Making a nya. Like a walk call bananya convention manager. Marakuku, over to you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, as mentioned, I understand Ewe, but I speak English, so I'm coming to change things up with my plenty English. But my name is ABLA TOFFA. Of course, I'm an Ewe woman, but I am born and raised in the United States, in the DC area, to be exact. I have been doing event management for over 15 years. I grew up in the Ewe community here in the DC area, mainly the Ewe Association of Washington, D.C., and grew up attending Ceana, and which was through our cultural group, dancing, doing some Agbaja, Ganhu. And over the years, I've transitioned into being able to lend my talents and expertise to growing and developing Ceana for the Ewe land. So that's just a bit about myself.
Akpa Sister Black. But no kaka. You have no excuse. We have no excuse, buddy. Miss Avogbo. Oh, Jilafi look kaka Savogbo. Kukumaten Donio. Kaka, we know as time goes by, we know she's going to break through with Vogba. Mabo Ofo Marakuku, Dr. Bright FLEKU Marakuku, Where's Okova, Ceana Central, Jimaku, the Dokua Fiami, I'm making a nya, fike no cho, poka me no cho.
Yo, akpenami, madu wezo de mikata, abele mi enyanko nye, Bright FLEKU. Doctor ya agbana nyanya kweva kere nuta, efu Bright ko yonanam, yenko ima. Menye, enufiala akpo, once a teacher, once a coach, sports coach, fifia menye, a director of clinical services, health sector MLA. Wirekwa macho amfwega levenye baji. alebe mava America dume ave febla etonvoya ave ome comenona afisi afimei ta ei megava gere eve ome la fia monu popo ya vabe mia kpere mia nto mia dokwe mia awodo wa dedefe ta kwire kwa enyi nkoima enyi wona wema akpenami
Wezon for bright plus sister ABLA mia wezon cover Ceana Central J. Afo Steve, over to you. Anyadala oshi na be anyadala show na be abia ogban. You are muted.
Yo, ka akpa Kenya Hamado ways on for bright bakla mia mia Davi, hello mia da, hello mia mia sister Abla mia ways on. Manyaba anyado le miashi maybe you ada dumia. Hey Kenya Ceana aka wagamia la Ceana convention aka wagamia la Washington DC. You are nami updates ado. Eta Abla work awenya convention planning manager day. Marco Anami will open remarks. Manyaba enjoy year. We just had a town hall, so I don't know if you have anything you want to share or if there are some latest updates. So let's start with you, Abla, to give us a bit of an open remarks.
Okay. Well, my opening remark would be to go and register. register for the best experience. The hotels are going fast. We are at, I think our last update as of yesterday, we're at 466 registered. We are anticipating possibly selling out by this month because we know as tax returns come in, there's more spending money available. So I think some people will be finalizing their plans. So that's my opening statement, just to please go and register. Ceana2026.org is the website to register. It is $269 for the full package. If you want to stay on site at the hotel, please register for the full package and you will have access to being able to book a reservation.
Okay, yo Apple Bright, Marco Leke. Marco anyada libi akokokpe Davi Abla yaba opening remarks, man.
Sure. Anyai makokpe Abla tokwenyeve come September Ceana ele Washington DC mile amesia mekpem wona oleji yim megana Ceana to nuava you. Don't let this pass you by, please. This is a place to be. Make sure you come and you witness a lot. You will never regret coming. Maagbona me you katame register hadove mifudu your registration a kaba vele a blank brea so that you have a place. No me yan nema wa ava volleyball matawano convention center akpon legimo. So the earlier you do your registration, the better. Come September, Ceana 2026, Washington DC. Afuma no gola agbavu vieleme. Don't let it pass you by. Akbe.
Don't let it pass you by. Apple Bright, but don't let it pass you by. Yeah, me gbogbo 50 liar. I'm a 466. Buba a jokbo. We are just in March. I date March 7. Yeah, I'm a 466. 466 as well some other conventions so me the whole registration for me do the paraka code. Yeah, me but na jiba ya no. The convention hotel register early. Marakumi atwapo no viare na micho the convention hotel.
Sure. I can speak on that. So the convention hotel, we will be staying at the Bethesda Marriott North. It's a conference and convention center. So it's very spacious. If you were at Ceana 2024 in Loveland, Colorado, the ballroom, that the wing of the hotel that where the ballrooms are, it's just as spacious. This hotel has over 400 rooms, a little over 400 rooms to accommodate us, but the banquet space can take over 1,500. So there'll be plenty of room for dancing and merrymaking. However, of course, you do have to register on time. We do ask that all attendees do not call the hotel. If you do call the hotel, what could potentially happen is you might get redirected if they don't know you're calling about Ceana. They may redirect you to a different hotel, and then you might book there, and then you might have some challenges breaking that reservation and may not be able to enjoy all of the offerings that we're offering at the host hotel. So we do ask that once you register, if you look at the email that you'll get, the confirmation at the bottom of that confirmation email, there's like a green box, and it actually spells out what actually happens after you register, where we submit a list to the hotel the first of every month. Then we post on our convention platforms when the confirmation emails have been sent out to everyone who is registered, and we include the date range. So we kindly and we're begging to please do not contact the hotel, because all reservations are being managed through Ceana.
Okay. Akpalo, before the Empress come in though, let me, if you could just take us through the sequence again. The first and foremost, go and register.
Yes.
Once you register, you would get a registration confirmation. Miaba registration, I got many a call by information when the shadow, you then miaba link call all your information or them and a gym ugly when you are arriving, when you are departing, and if you need a room, you indicate. So if it is a king size bed, 2 double beds, you indicate all that. And then Nenya with a kaya, then it will be 269, and then you effect your payment, be it a debit card or credit card, and then you effect the payment. Once you're done, because you would have entered how to be contacted in terms of proper email address. So once you're done, you would get an auto email confirming as a receipt of your registration.
That's right.
So far, am I on queue?
You are on queue, Fosti. That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Abela blank blair never register wa matawa no convention hotel. That is all it is. Convention hotel, the registration must go through Ceana. If you want to be at the convention hotel, you want to enjoy every bit of Ceana 2026, then please do register through Ceana, and then you can get reservation for your hotel in the convention center. But if you call them by your director, so they will direct you to another hotel. Ano commuting ala no fumacho afia no convention center vam afudede ava no meta kwire kola na register. Yi makokpe efo Steve to yen ke mejopo by March ya mi jegome over almost 500 o register hola Ceana de keme ejo alepo ta eya de defia vela enugande lengo ta neme efuduola achimegbe akpe.
Yeah, the Empress, Marco over me, I get to Fufulo, Marco,
Mami Gazon. We register from last year, so I guess we are good.
Okay.
Yes, we are good. So Machibama Bialo, Ale Hotela Yim Kabakaba Mo register Kabakaba Nanamade. Does Washington DC have any intention of having a second hotel, a backup hotel, or Lokoyoni overflow hotel? Lokoyoni in Kokoyoni of Steve. Overflow hotel. Does DC have any intention of having an overflow hotel?
No, since we did buy out this hotel and we gave ample notice for registration, at this time there is no plan for an overflow hotel. We have tried. Unfortunately, the next closest hotel is a bit smaller. It only has about a little under 200 rooms to accommodate. So at this rate, we're just asking everyone to register on time so they can be in the main hotel. There are some other hotels in the area. If you find that maybe those rates are more favorable for you, or you have some other plans, you're not obligated to stay with us. But again, for the best experience, you want to register and stay at our host hotel.
Yes, na mi top mi ba over register ba August ma alo July ma na mi gbona mi ko mi ato mi agbado ve oba mi agbado te pe jiga mi o mo register ka bo pa agbado te ko mi ava no lo alo office me na mai
over mi flow hotel like that on a parking lot akata mi flow kata pedangwita.
Everything is for us.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, Marco, I was at the town hall meeting over the weekend.
Oh,
right?
she did a marvelous job moderating that meeting.
Moderating
She's
it,
so
yeah.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did a great job.
Yeah, so thanks to Team Washington, you guys gave us so much information. Like one of the follow-up questions about the hotel, it's, Minyaba, Washington is within a very drivable catchment area. So there was a question, but what about parking? They name me, Vade, how much are we paying for parking, or is parking included in the package?
Parking is free, 100% free. It is part of the package. I know a lot of people inquired about breakfast. What about what's going on with breakfast? This hotel is not a breakfast hotel. They have a restaurant. They don't have a breakfast buffet, but what they were able to offer us in place of the breakfast was complimentary parking for all of our attendees. So I know some people received a confirmation email that also mentioned parking. Please disregard that. The parking is free for every Ceana attendee, even the coach buses that will be coming from the various cities as well.
Okay. There was one other question. People traveling from out of the country to participate. During the town hall meeting, there was a lot of interaction about people traveling from outside the country to come and participate in this year's convention. Obviously, if you are not from a partner visa country, you would need a visa. So, Marco, can one of you take us through the process of getting an invitation to come to the convention this year?
Sure. Okay. So the first step is you must register. Once you're registered, then we can help you with any supporting documentation that is needed for any interviews and anything that you will need processed to get your visa. So, but the first step is you must be a registered attendee, and we have you on record. That way we can provide the letter for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Ayi makokpe nyebe nebe wa registration ne mele a US ho lebe na vaho visa. What do you need to do nyebe elebe na naminya elebe menya fika amole registering too. Ta ne a register vola akowo registration confirmation. Adwe there info@ceanaonline.org. Never me agboa. Then is that the right email? I believe so, right?
The email to contact, so that is one email address, but the preferred email address would be info@ceana2026.org.
2026.
Yes, that's monitored.
Yeah. Nenyabe edo information edamile fimia mi abiao letter alo agbale angolo cho Ghana ako alo fika ele akwedo da never do tato gbole fide tato kwebe a register kemi yo wa angolo na obela yes yo le mode na we no na visa nena ava gake visa hohoa eya mecho Ceana gbo. We don't have any control over that. US consulate has control over that. US section le country they say that your way are now a visa no now ela you are ready to come no men now ola yes mig bleve ne a register ka ke meton ho visa ever ola obe registration fee la mi agbugwe anawa it's refundable. It will be refunded to you. Da jichichi megalebe ne ele ajoge ebe yava yata olebe ne na we kaba ne ton register kaba na mi kaba la kemi aton ho pekpegbanle alo invitation letter cho Ceana gbo. And then atonako ava apply for wo visa, and then you are on your way.
Okay. Yo akpe na mase enyagoma because in Chama Makbaba there was a lot of back and forth on this issue. Yenyepa Mantoa, you have to register. Now, once you have decided that you are coming to the convention, you have to register. Now register boy. Now o email ganye Ghana email or phone number ganye local a Canadian phone number, allo Australia phone number. We cannot distinguish, but you live outside the US and therefore needs an invitation letter to come, you would have to indicate that to us, to the leadership of the Ceana Planning Committee through the info, through the email that is showing, right? Once you indicate that, you would need your confirmation, your registration confirmation. But I have registered and I live in Togo and would need help with an invitation letter to facilitate your visa application. And that once that is done, then an invitation letter will be issued to you indicating that you are intending to come to the convention. Then you go through the visa process. Whatever happens through the visa process, that is entirely to the country where you are coming from, whatever their requirements are. Once that is met and you are granted a visa, then of course we have open arms to expect you to come and enjoy the convention with us. Gaka, in the unfortunate or unlikely event, but washi maka obisa na na koko zomo aba Washington. For bright ugly, but hamaha aweke mia yoga ugly na mipa yabashi maka visa. Then that would initiate the refund process. Abna, then you would go through the refund and issue the registration refund. Hotel, the hotel is reserved and the hotel is, further down the line. The registration, that is the only money that the Ceana Convention Planning Committee will be taken from you. That is the only thing that can be refunded to you. Marco, ABLA, and Fulbright, is that correct, or there is something else that needed to be known?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes,
right.
That is correct. And in addition to hotel, nenyebe ever hotel, and now be our reservation, play card, me fiabe olega de lemegbo. Ta nenyebe magaton vawa. Email ike nawa eya akonabe imagaton vao kake umele gadele emegbo vasere sime eva do hotel book be yeva afiwade egale a kada jinawe. So that should also not be a thing that we should be scared of. Yes, until you get to the center and then you said I am here before your card that you use for reservation is activated.
Okay. Okay, meaning that the card will just hold your reservation, because after the registration process, there would come a time where you would get the reservation notification directly from the hotel. Yes. And then you go through that process. When you do put your credit card on file to hold your room, your credit card would not be debited until until your check-in. Abla, yes. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's
okay.
correct.
Yeah, the Empress, Maracula call like border.
Machiba ma biabade. Card when you put your card on the on your profiler, maybe you decide that is not the card you want to use. Maybe a gamma card, you are at liberty to change the card to. I mean, malaba vovada kana no nyu tamara kukumina mia chok bla mia umi akaba mia we kaba na. Namado Ceana Nanamaye, I breeze through registration and I breeze through everything and I see people struggling at the table. They allo at counter. Adafuna munto. Just be like me and Steve. Me want the shadow kaba. I mean I hate stress. Nka John Miller. Okay, for bright. Madakuku awenya chairman magazine committee. Madakuku leko yime. And why is it very important? But I may you interested in the magazine ama. No children.
Yo, akpe. Enu iketa uleve viebe mia avade magazine wenyebe edole mia si afi mia nya edoyo kele mia si doko leve ne mia ade dode egota ne mia de edode gota wa amoma nya be edole mia si taflache ne nyebe menye echiwala sachet water enye echimejera na ameyo mekoi na yo kwe anyabe echila sinyemele chijira domahi ameikele nyebe afegodo afelikanya menyabe mele echijira gake nenyebe me advertise alo me konye dokode Ceana magazine ma amesiame ike va Ceana akwebe o echile efo bright si olejajira efobra fechive company elefi phone number ikele matwa get alo amera get adochi anojaja alo aje anoa ele ata ohia bela nemia advertise mia fe dowe de Ceana magazine elaba amesiame fife mi po over 400 almost 500 ame alafa atonke no kata ovu magazine ma wa kwebe o $1 ele echi jajira alo echi $1 ele efo bright si ta o amesia me anya vone amosogbo ema ha onyabe $1 siwe kemi waton ayowe menyebe edo dila o de ko alo do ameyo si dole ko menyin to ha menle do kunye se me be o mata pene Ceana de fe doc wo le mula maton afle page le magazine me ado wezonawa dakpenovo yo le do send them congratulatory messages ato anye esonto wa meve watan we ato anye family ha ato anwe nenyebe edoela sio ha ato we enu siata ohiabela mia advertise mia fe de kawo ple enu de Ceana magazine me bena hare guy kemi koko FLE pages ode ni atawa fufu akọwanu le evenyigbaji la bana evenyigba fe dowo wo miele memie wo Ceana mie ko project o le evenyigbaji ya gaya togbi we mie ko sponsor na local fund na edoyo le evenyigba ejicho Nigeria, Benin, Togo, cover Ghana kata enuskiata ohiabere we should advertise our business, ourselves, families, and congratulatory messages, send them to Ceana so that we will sustain ourselves in, developing AV land. Alebe LG to add to that, I'm all pages of them, full page, is $200. Half a page is $100, and then a quarter of a page is $75. I feel ke unto edbe ya advertise a dollar website lemia see a QR code a handy at one scan a koko the page you fill in the information there, upload your flyer or your picture, and then you have your email, your phone number, and the page you want to buy. It's also there. Click the jila ako the payment section. Email you get them and the receipt will go to that email for you. Then you are assured Bella it was registration allow a page le Ceana advert me. Eya hale yim mole dufum down ta eya na me fudu for chokaba wa achimegbere eya ha hu ala cut off time le miasi na ewo menyebe nemi ho flyer kle picture okola kemi anusia nuvo ezo afimi akọ graphic designer wava design opete arrange we the page by page no kakavu wava wu enu mi akọ elefimi akọ the printing press afi wava print we depending on the number of copies edimile a print wa bind opete afi akọ venemi tare yi le mi ango nata advert in the magazine la time leon me and local planning committee to mi do ebe this March ending eya nye mi afe edo ofe gake Ceana association so ele yo ha mi hiaho pictures e flyer we yo ta umi ko e darembe o April ending alo May ending na yo la brazan fi avuvole jojo le America me ado de go ta fi ava de picnic pictures we adoda eya ta yo tola eyide ngogbe vire ta yo to kwa sobela mi atawa a design later akokpe eko elemia si hoho akpe.
Yeah, Empress, take it away.
Emia her comments viado na mia ko wona ko yije. Akpene abochi enya mia VP1 about Washington o say yeah. And here gaba go ABLA, go Dr. Bright. Yo gaba, you can't afford to miss Ceana 2026. It will be the best experience ever. You the car quick blood comments the madakuku minamiama wonana mu na vajagble comments di nami we the car ye miapon fi amadakuku minamiama wona. For Steve, should we take a little break and come back?
Okay, yo, kamia dakpena miafa Madam Cheerleader. Yo, Washington, manyaba misugbola fuma. Whenever you are inundated with a lot of information, yeah, gaka markumido messages odo da mi ba share mi anovia ABLA bakla right bakla right Dr. Bright yo kabale ke mama sadiji ugly na mama ba me take a little break. Hello, may don't touch that dial, ma.
Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
We are cutting this meeting to declare that Ceana 2026 is going to be the best thing ever, right? Nobody is going to miss this. We are all going to be there with our energy, with our A game, and we are going to have the best fun, and we are going to be, inspire our children and generations to come. And we are going to be so proud as our people, because we would have done something, and we would have left a legacy, our footprint right here. So, with the cutting of this ribbon, I declare Ceana 2026 officially launched.
To jangpla konya. From the roots up, touching base with Everland for Everland. This year, we return to the source, to the wisdom, the resilience, and the identity that shaped us. Ceana 2026 is being launched in whole Ghana, and this moment is more than just an event. We are touching base with Everland so we can rise with Everland. Because when the roots is strong, the whole tree stands tall. Yes, on March 28, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., join us in person at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, UAS, or tap in live across all our social media platforms. In attendance will be our special guest of honor, Toby Afada, together with the Volta Regional Minister, Honorable James Gunu, and Dr. Archibald Lecha. The keynote speaker is His Excellency Gabriel Tanko Komiga Atukla, Member of the Council of State. To welcome you will be Chairman Togbi Teprohodo, Togbi Fia Koku III, and Togbi Wusu Krakani III. They will be joined by other distinguished chiefs like Togbi Agbalom Agbotoko II and beautiful queen mothers and lawmakers from across Everland. Entertainment will be led by our very own Sarah Music and Togbi Oloko Joko. MC for the event is Afo Bernard Avila. Make a date with us on March 28th at 10 a.m. sharp at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, UAS, as we touch base with Everland for Everland. Ceana 2026, preserving culture, inspiring generation. And remember, the Ceana 2026 convention is brewing in the USA, Bethesda, Maryland, from September 3rd to 7th, 2026. Register now and be part of this big event. Let's rise. Nahola, Ceana, helping build Everland. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Afo Bright, Marco Ani, Amada Biamba. Na ebe ya flip page yeba shioma a year 200 175 gakade na ajibi afla back page allow the inside back page backler the center page day ye ha a 200 ya allow like
akpe eya ekomojivie 200 alei na wo akpo a back page center page allow front page meyo na debe premium page ele miapo the page that you make your payment. You see the premium page there, the full page, half page, and then a quarter page. Ne ebe ya apple eyama togbia nabadele efuma. You have to call that number. Ne your number, it will come to amia ahwe, and then enuike LG mia na anya if you are interested in that. Page mahale domahi nyehame dim abran dim Davi Mawusi dim Ofo Steve ha dim ta eleve mi bidi deji ameke to heiji wa eya mi akwena eya ta ulebene na yo. You need to call that number and then you bid on it. Ne bid and you become the highest bidder. Okay, akpo front page, center page, allow and back page. Ta eya fega mele 200 100 plus 75 mo. Okay.
Oh man, yeah man, young baba a page is a page yet ana
ovenuka nade tako ha ke mole me ngolofe be mablema ago
we have to bid, right?
You have to bid on that one. Yes.
I'm always a winner, so I'm sorry for anybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Abla, is there anything you want to add to the magazine?
No, Dr. Bright has that covered. That is his area of expertise. So he's got all the details covered there.
Okay. It's another bayan yafla a premium page. Camera your Dr. Bright. Ima Abla, Dr. Bright got it all covered.
Yes.
It's your Dr. Bright. Empress by I bidding for it. Right, Kabakabadi. Then you have like a miato outbeat and Empress law. I laugh yag bashagba, me even kumak bashagba. Magan here by Miaga quiver that back page. Baku Kavia and Mia IG, Mia either one IG. Manyaba a magazine page, it is linked with sponsorship. Gaka Miaba. A sponsorship Queen Madam Malamia Doma and Dokuchio. So we'll reserve that. We'll have a whole section on sponsorship because Ceana is all about sponsorship. And Ceana is building a very reliable and also a very lasting friendship relationship with our sponsors. And Sanam Bula would be here maybe another week or two to come and tell us all about how we want to grow our relationship because Ceana invests into it's a human relationship that we form every day when we go to the convention, right? So we want to see how we can protect those relationships, build upon it, and it can become a very lasting relationship going forward. Okay. Yo, come here, Jay. Marco, the Empress, and you're like a cultural night. I'm eager to hear about the cultural night.
Marco, you can go ahead.
Abla, you started, getting involved. You grew up in the cultural, how do you call it? The cultural segment of Ceana, and you have been, So, what is in stock for us on this year's cultural night?
Okay. Well, I'll let Dr. Bright start and then I'll finish off on what's going on for cultural night.
Dr. Bright, Marco Obla and
Agba etum tamaje gome. Emele fugento. Yeah, we have a cultural night. Enye a cultural night. Ike mi wo fefe ogede. Kole mi have ebe konue. Eya mi ko wana cultural night. Alebe mi da seli. Eya ele program maji. Preparation ike wo mi le fia. Ole practice wom habubu osrom le egedudu osrom de haoji alebe odonago menye madala kwa be kostade siade odonago zieve le nuosrom eata nkeke magia migale enuye yo dege adugo ike mekpo eatogbi le Ceana rekekpo eya egbona Washington eata hiavela amesiam never kpɔ eteƒe ɖo. Egale me hã be míaƒe fiawo hã fia nyɔnuwo kple efia wo katã hã wodona go ɖe míaƒe daba ŋu alo cultural activities ŋu. Wode míaƒe kpoe ɖe ko la dekɔnu míaƒe dekɔnu la ɖeɖe ɖe go eya koe nye míaƒe cultural night. Etɔgbi mele bɔbɔ pekemɔlo Apple Steve kple da Empress me da akpe be miawo mi xɔ teƒe ma ho tso peke ba yi me ke ne menye nenema agblɔ be la ele be miaƒu du sesẽ ɖe ŋu gake in short la we are preparing towards that and we'll have a great lineup activities for the cultural evening for you all. Abana atawa atudeji akpe.
Yes, so this year's cultural night is themed Ewe Heritage Explosion. So just a bit more of a backstory. I don't know if many people know, but cultural night started here in the DMV or DC in Ceana 2010. The youth, we were able to spearhead and lead that evening where we did skits and some fashion show and some entertainment. So that has now grown into this Grand Durbar, which we have themed the Ewe Heritage Explosion. Another thing too is another reason why we encourage families to come. Bring your children, let them come and see this and experience this. We are very fortunate in the DC area to have people who have been able to dedicate their time and their expertise with teaching us our culture. So while I don't speak the Ewe very well, I can dance like an Ewe very well. So I know there was an interview on Africulture some time back with one of our drummers, and that's also what he said, that he speaks Ewe with his body. So while your children may not be able to speak the language, they can dance, they can pick up the dancing, they can come pick up and learn the songs. And little by little, you'll see that they're enjoying and immersing themselves in the Ewe culture. So please, we ask you that you bring them. There'll be activities, of course, during the week as well, too, where they'll get an opportunity to learn some basics to the Agbaja, Bobo, Ganhu. That way, when we have the cultural night, they don't feel left out, that they'll know that they know they're from somewhere. They've learned where they're from, and they can participate with the people from where they're from as well, too.
Nyaba cheerleader Marco, I got information I don't know Milo Marco and the Empress Marco Aklan Nyaba cheerleader by information.
Miapo comment section sena mbulaba ayiko miawelo dojilo. Akpene abochi haba. Our cultural night is called Ewe Heritage Explosion. Eyo Gaba, you will experience different aspects of the Ewe culture, from Anglon to Badome and to Togo and Benin Ewe cultures. Yo Gaba, Afo Steve, don't forget our masquerade party on Thursday night. Bring your fanciest mask for the masquerade party. Yes, Sister Black, could you please highlight the masquerade party? What are we supposed to be doing? What are we supposed to be wearing? And what fancy mask are we supposed to be getting? And where can we get them from?
So Thursday night, we always start off Ceana with a welcome party. So this year's theme is masquerade. So not like the masqueraders we see back home in the very, very colorful costumes and then the stilts parading in the streets, but the elegant mask that you see, maybe Great Gatsby and those themes. So the idea is, yes, have the fanciest masquerade mask you can get. You can go on Etsy, Amazon, where else? I'm sure if you Google it, you can find some of these masks. And, you know, they say DC, they say we're 2-0 in DC. So, you know, we want you guys to dress like, I guess, like a 2-0 person, very fancy suits, you know, cocktail dresses is ideally what we want to see for the masquerade night. So come with your mask. Maybe we'll have a competition between who has the best mask as well, too. So who knows? So Empress, you said you like to put in a bid. So maybe you have to put in a bid for the best mask.
Definitely. Count me in. Definitely. My Fimanoga. Apo bright Marakuku or Masca of Liho.
Ala shinya ho enyenya magba toffle. Ala ba
What are you coming as, please?
Oh, na magbule na afia na magava dogore agakpom jesia. Aw, kanye maglogo. E ama ele nyinto gonye makotonye dadi pepepe na mava dogoa. Ewa kwa oh mekenye ya. Kaka na magbule na afia na kponko ba oh for bright ma. Aya maleji nogela afia.
ABLA, Marco, Washington, Tommy, Miawugalo. Look, behind ever, this is going to be one of the best, or the best ever. Miss Goman. If you are me by a Thursday night, or the Vazu masquerade, we need to dress up fancy. I would need you, hey, come in Miawugalo. If you had it, the me Dallas and me a cowboy hat, dragon, and Chomamian, me, Vepler, cowboy hat. Cowboy hat, they can afford $5. I would drain me $20, $30. I woke up the Google over. Not a mother, matan for a max before any day. Would we have masks available? Are you thinking about that? You would make some masks available at a small token fee there.
Yes, so the youth, I believe they'll be planning to sell some masks to those who aren't able to source them on their own. So it's not urgent, but you know, if you want to win that competition, if we have that competition, I suggest that you do find your own, but the youth will have some masks available to sell as well too.
Yeah, but if we need to dress up, if you are Ghana, you never got for game. A Thursday night, I will have to get a trousers, a shirt, a original that you could do if you are a competition or
well, however way you get there, I don't think it will be a problem. You are always looking good anyway. Some of us we don't put in any effort. We just, you know, we appear and we're already looking good. I believe that, you know, singlet or trouser it's okay. It's all part of the costume. You never know.
Yo, Nami. Okay, manyaba a Friday ma. Afinia you there a cultural night. You are also planning an excursion for us, Marco. ABLA, can you take us through what to expect on the excursion?
Sure. Actually, Dr. Bright will actually take us through the excursion.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah, excursion me eta abele mienya this year edugan godo nye enukpope ole emeza. We have a lot of places to visit. The excursion committee that the where we will go and then visit. And then buses so acho hotel aide tefeao our bus nyamenya halamene yo gakala the sia the tola early ava at the amo that drop people at a place that they want to view, and then the buses will be going around picking people whatever you want to remain watch or walk through, see things over there. You will leader le team the sia the see. I know that I am accountable for 10 people at this place. You just have to let me know as a leader, Bella. You want to have more sightseeing, and so I know you have not joined my bus to go. Nye bus agaivu avakowe. Nududu lunch la early. Bella, lunch. Kokbere ameko kata inade excursion so that you have your lunch out there. Magachi jibo agbova a hotel la traffic le DC la ekbe ntota ma awe bella will go and come back before that. We'll go with lunch. Lunch will be served. Leaders will have it and then will be served. Gakenu de ka koele mebe neme hofe wi enyola. Maten ayi de excursion no. That is the only limitation. Ela the view popular DC la enye tukara. It's very difficult to handle children over there. That excursion manager nabe neme hope we new la maten ayi de DC. That is the only disadvantage the tour in the DC. Atepa lezan ike mi ele chachage abele megbole dungo abra atwa atude eji. Thank you.
Yes. So the only thing I'll add to that is for the excursion, let's say you want to arrive earlier because maybe everywhere we're going is not exactly where you want to see in DC. The hotel we're staying at, which I didn't mention earlier, is actually there's a metro station right in front of the hotel. So if you arrive on the 1st, you're more than welcome to explore DC by taking our transit system and go to some of the museums and experience some of the other sites that we have in DC that we may not be seeing during the excursion, or if you just might want to have more time. So that is that's the only other thing I'll add to the excursion part, that you can come earlier and explore DC on your own as well too, because of how convenient it will be to get to DC from the hotel.
Okay, so if I may ask though, we know DC has just too much to be able to cover within a day. So with this our excursion a day, can you tell us some of the places we are likely to visit or to see?
Yes, so you're likely to see, of course, the Lincoln Memorial, the MLK Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, the Washington Monument, and the reflecting pool, which is between the Lincoln Memorial, and they're all fairly close to each other. There's also is that the World War II Memorial, where you can see the different states that are also located in that area. There's also of course, the White House. We'll drive by the White House. I'm trying to think. It's under construction right now, so it doesn't look like what we know in our history books, but it's still there, I promise. There's what other sites are there? There's Jefferson Memorial, World War II Memorial, Lincoln Memorial, MLK Memorial. There is also the National African American Museum that is also within the that stretch. However, they do have timed entries and visits, so it might be a bit challenging for our group to go in there, but we're still doing the research since we've gotten feedback that people do want to see that museum. So we're doing research to see if it will be feasible for our group to be able to go there within the time that we have to be in DC. So which is another reason why we're encouraging some families to come early and do their own exploration as well too.
Right. Kama bialo sites yo yigam miala, are they self-explanatory, or are we going to have chaperones or someone narrating to us? Are we going to have anything like that, or you pretty much have to know where you're going?
You pretty much have to know where you're going. You'll have the chaperones that are from Ceana, like Dr. Bright mentioned, with the groups, but it's not. It's a self-guided tour. It's an outdoor open area where you'll get off the bus, maybe take a picture by the statue. I don't know if some of you have seen our advert from our MLK advert when our excursion team actually went to start sourcing sites. So it's just like that, people are taking pictures, posing outside, have your sunglasses, you do your peace sign, whatever it is that you want to do. And then you go to your other sites or whatnot. So it's really just a lot of picture taking, creating some memories, but it is not a guided tour. The museums are more so the guided tour, where some of them even have buttons you can press and hear what's going on. But for the memorial sites that I mentioned, they're all outdoor open air spaces where you can just Google on your phone and say, okay, who's Jefferson? Who's Thomas Jefferson? I'm like, okay, he was a president of the United States, and kind of figure it on your own. So awesome. As of now, there's no tour guide yet.
Okay.
Yo, ABLA, we did registration earlier. Yesterday, it's the excursion part of the registration package. Although it is an add-on package.
It is an add-on. So if you are doing the excursion, I believe the total is $357. If you haven't purchased your excursion ticket, you registered in full, you can still go to the excursion. That is not a problem. There is an option to buy an excursion ticket only. So some people, they may have let me just register now and let me add on the other things later. That's fine. You can go back and add on the excursion ticket. Just by itself is $87. So if you've already fully registered and you want to go to DC, please go ahead and back onto the Ceana2026.org, and you can register now to join us for the excursion.
Okay.
So what if I've registered for the excursion and I decide I don't want to go anymore? Is that excursion money refundable?
That it is refundable. You would have to contact us. You would have to let us know. I know there are some people who can't go because of some of their responsibilities, but Star Fund and some other committees that might be meeting during that time. So if you have registered for the excursion and then you do need to be refunded, please do send us an email with your confirmation that when you purchased your when you registered. Just forward that email to info@ceana2026.org and just let us know that you need to refund your excursion ticket because you have a school group meeting or you're arriving on Saturday and not Friday, whatever the case might be. But we'll help you out with that.
Okay.
Okay. So since while we are still on the excursion subject, how early is the departure going to be? But so that people can plan. Now matter be about Friday day, since the excursion is on Friday. Now matter be about Friday. And also partake in the excursion that day. How likely would the person be able to do so? In that case, would it be more advisable for the person to arrive on Thursday instead? Or how early is the bus going to take off from the hotel?
If you are going to the excursion, it is ideal that you arrive by Thursday because the excursion, DC is a very congested area, and typically with groups, they typically they head out to DC no later than 8 o'clock. We have a very, very thick rush hour traffic here, even though it's a holiday weekend, it gets very congested. So it could be anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half just to get to DC, although we're only about 35 minutes from DC, but traffic changes that. So in order to have the best experience, we'll probably leave a little earlier than we have with previous excursions. So the best advice is, although we haven't confirmed that time, is to make sure that you arrive by Thursday night, or you're at least ready to go and join the bus as early as 7 a.m. It's not confirmed that's the time, but I would say it's at least if you're at the hotel by 7 a.m. that Friday, I think you'll be able to join the excursion.
Okay. Manyaba is still a little too early, but a friend is saying, but one of the reasons for coming is to enable the family have a family time. And the excursion was one of the exciting things that he wanted the family to enjoy. There is some restriction in terms of 18 and older day. Is this still in discussion, and more information will be provided as the days go on, although it is sealed?
So I guess to clarify, I think maybe that what they may have understood. So it's open to families. The 18 restriction is only if they want to come by themselves.
Okay.
We know there's some teenagers, they just want to hang out with their friends, but maybe 2 are 18 and then the other 2 are 16. We would prefer that parents come just because it is DC. We're going to be out in the open, not in a closed building. So we're asking parents not to send their children on the excursion without their supervision. But if it's a family, yes, we want the family, the infants to grandma, they should all get on the bus. If grandma wants to stay on the bus and just sightsee, she can do that. She doesn't have to walk. So it is open to everyone. We just ask that anyone who is on their own and not traveling as a family, that they be at least 18.
The Empress, Marco, take a quick break. Hello, Marco, Biabiala, comments. I feel me take
a comment. So, that Matilda Akaho, but all the best, DC ABLA. You are a great inspiration to our youth. Thank you. Jesse, 8757. He have lots of fun activities. Ayuko to the amazing organizers. Let's keep the comments rolling in. Nyasalaklo Nukbala. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
This day will never be forgotten, the 6th of March 1957, when the Gold Coast successfully get your independence officially. Ghana, Ghana is the name. Ghana, we wish to proclaim. We will be jolly, merry and gay. The 6th of March, Independence Day. Dr. Nkrumah went out his way to make the Gold Coast what it is today. He endeavored continually to bring us freedom and liberty. Ghana, Ghana is the name. Ghana, we wish to proclaim. We will be jolly, merry and gay. The 6th of March, Independence Day. The doctor began as agitator, then he became popular leader. He continued to go further, and now he is Ghana's prime minister. Ghana, Ghana is the name.
I have a dream that Ceana 2026 will be great. Yes. I have a dream again that from New York to Boston, from Chicago to Toronto, all will be here in Washington, D.C. to make Ceana great. Amen.
Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Hey, hey, hey! Nyato well, a todo mama seruji ya magaragana ba Empress Mawusi a lot to bazuku kwa Ofo Steve le Ceana talk to ajiva here le mamli dachon ndigawi de keva seren dogawi ever.
Yo, akpa na fifi mi akpon alo gagang de mi agia agba mi nu phone kula ABLA TOFFA yenye Ceana 2026 convention manager bakla for Bright Dr. Bright apeku ye ha nye akamechi odaka le Washington especially never magazine kwa enyawma ABLA marku mi ayiji plo agbe na mi pa. You have been a youth. I know, but maybe you are still a youth. I'm not sure. In Choma, over a youth, you have a definition for youth. All these years that I have known you, have always been an advocate for a youth engagement, a youth experience, a youth involvement, a youth representation, anything about youth. You've always been at the forefront for it. Yo, never pay me gonna Washington Day. And then me that the first no do youth we are coming to Washington DC. What should the youth expect?
The youth should expect to be included. They should expect to be considered and remembered at this Ceana 2026. I think that's been that's been the experience. I think for those who are not youth anymore that grew up in Ceana, we never felt considered or included. So this year there will be programs for the youth and the youth and children, however we want to categorize that. But We'll have some sessions for the youth and young adults, some career panels, college readiness, talk to a few, hopefully we can get some few college advisors here as well too, but talk to people about resumes and how to build, job interview skills. And then for the youth, we'll have some like a day camp. So they'll have activities, arts and crafts that is all centered around an LA curriculum where they'll learn some songs. As I mentioned earlier, they'll get an opportunity to maybe learn some Agbaja or Bobo, just some basics. So that way they can say that they came to Ceana and they left learning something and feeling part of, and felt like they belong. So yes, songs, maybe learning our anthems, arts and crafts, maybe learning how to draw their flag or the map of whichever country they respectively are from, whether it's Ghana, Togo, Benin, or Nigeria. Maybe learn some phrases, how to say their name, like ABLA. Little things like that are things to expect for the young adults. So that way the parents know that they've brought their children somewhere where they're going to belong and continue to carry on their roots. Because of course our theme is preserving culture and inspiring generations. So we want to make sure that this Ceana is inspiring to the younger generations, where they'll also continue to want to be a part of who we are and come every year, bring their friends, bring their family, and I don't know, grow to whoever knows it's beyond our imagination. But the whole idea is to actually anchor who we are as Eves born outside of the motherland, and anchor us to our roots.
Yes. So, Sister Abla, I don't know how you were brought up. Okay. However, I obviously you stayed motivated to keep your identity as an Ewe. Alo Abavi. What are some challenges you are facing trying to let the youth understand, or how are you keeping them motivated to understand how they could protect their identity and their culture and their heritage? What are some challenges you are facing, and how are you keeping them motivated?
Oh, the challenges. I don't know if we're ready for this conversation. I find that the challenges are actually from our, I wouldn't say our elders, but from our counterparts who have a better handle or knowledge of the language, those who were born back home. The feedback I'm getting right now is that we're not feeling very accepted. Once they, the accent is a little American when they're speaking the Ewe, there's this pushback versus this embracing, and it's making the youth reluctant to be a part of who we are. So those are the challenges, because while maybe one person will receive them, it's not universal. So I think my plea to those, I would say those who speak the language, who grew up back home, right now, it's like you're the keeper of the culture. So when, the American borns or those who are in the diaspora try to speak and you laugh or you say, oh, instead of doing that, try to correct, try to guide, because that is how we'll keep the younger ones with us. So that is the challenge we're facing. The challenge we're facing is not feeling accepted from others, right, from other Eves.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Bright, Marco, how you think lo viola show konya yuta. Ola wanaoma. Alo unto you think nya.
Yento you vie nya.
Abana maula.
Evinya oleme deka edo jijo de unto ma ele abranto eyue yake ava adwen we soon alebe wa ayi eji eyanto evinya kata do jijo de Ceana fare kemeli ke mikata meyi now that they really like Ceana and take interest in it. Yeah.
Akpa ka won to de agagagara to ama.
Oh, na me gere me pe agbaja kple bobobo kple nuzio fiare. Mikata mi ashilo do komi ezinaga me nyenye Ceana fiala. Ceana fiala nto ya komi lele fia me nyanya vie jojo girl.
Wow, yeah. Wow. Sister Abla, how about you? Will you be dancing? What other nka the la ruga namia Utah lead guy? Like, what should we be expecting?
Expect everything. Madam President, our cheerleader, our designated cheerleader said it, that you're going to experience culture from every corner of the Ewe land. So you're going to see the Bobobo, Agbaja, Ganhu, Ajobo, what else? Maybe Sonhu. You will see a little bit of everything.
Wow.
The culture will continue. The whole weekend is just going to be full of culture. I think we can say Ceana is like going back home for the weekend at the fraction of the cost. You don't have to carry any gifts to anybody or anything like that. You come and then, you enjoy for the weekend. So it will be very rich and full of the Ebe land culture that weekend. But yes, there'll be a lot of dancing. I feel like on social media, they think that there's not a lot of Ebe music and dancing going on, but it is, the whole weekend is nothing but just being in Ebe. That's it.
Nice.
Yo, akpelo. Yo, gakaman la shoba amado miankosam. Yeah, going through all this very appetizing program lineup and filled with entertainment, platform. As a fundraiser, you know, we have to also raise people's expectation. But the essence of Ceana, abaleke miglina, miakata midone ba miakpa la koshila mama that weekend na miadofoma gakede na miava na miako miava resources overi na miakata miava kpashi na miajobonu bonu de na miako veja afado hama yenye miapa tadojinu yenye ba aleke Ceana de miatwa akpashi na miawe na wanyo. That Saturday, there's going to be a huge fundraising as well. Gakede, magatotaba yavado Ceana, afi na yebia jonana na jonu. Na egbagba atwa yida miapa a website. There is a donation link there, and then you can donate. You can donate all year long. You can pledge, you can make your donations right away at our website. Now, if you are looking for more information, she'll be able to direct you as to how. Bakler, the chairman of Miapa Staff Fund, which is Miapa Fundraising Committee, because by the midi jimba, I'm a shamaba war, none no was zamedi. Nemi dakla, alo nemi da kumia, nemi da bankwadi. No was su, I'm a shaman, Ceana do warm a leke bebe. Nemi bemia grosiana, but the one or Catania, Mabuba. There is any other association out there that is doing as much as Ceana is doing, but all your donations is going to a good cause. It's helping put a smile on the faces of Nyanto, Nya Devio, Nya Denigba Vio, Itadi, Maraku Mipa, Abaleke, any Oblomena. That weekend is going to be a weekend to be remembered for a long time. So that Saturday, me have a grand dinner. It will be a night. It will be a night to be remembered for a while. The Empress, Marakunya la Shuafi, our picnic hala domiade, no apono na micho picnic hamwa.
A picnic a day. Usually Sunday is like a bittersweet day when I go to Ceana because manyabana nukako. So sometimes I'm at the picnic, I'm feeling like, oh my God, I'm going to be leaving back to the hustle and all that. But nonetheless, when we get to the picnic ground and we start, eating the kebab and, conversing, and there's always live agbaja, and oh my God, I cannot wait. So I know the fun starts from Sunday morning, the church service. Can you give us highlights on the church service, what you have planned for us, and also leading into the picnic? Yes, thank you.
Yo, matungo, ma ABLA solimeto. Ne wo Ceana cho ya odagbevu vado memeragbe sia me kosragba mi ada kwene mau jifo vito ta solimele. We have a church service that we all attend. It's non-denominational service. Mikata mi fofu mi de solime. Mi de solime for mi abubo ajo aide mi afe hotel rooms agbava doawo adota picnic ajijokpo eyi gan de kai ganye emaha le efumaha miega de mi afe efekonuo afia afonu ple amenyanyo ple amemanyamanyao agawodeka ale novisi. So the friendliness goes on from there to the oncoming Ceana. Enugede o jieji le picnica nu dada ole nu dudu ole nuvuvu ha ole agbaja bobo eha fomevi katare opone be mi ado jijodan abele Empress egblea enye enublani yeyi la be nya be eya megbela eferika agava tu ya fi agaton agava po jijoma that is like mixed feeling ele jijopon ha galabe Ceana vivi yare ele nuwu amaga yijiwa. So that is how the picnic is organized. Davi abna ako the ako to enu akbe.
Thank you. I think you said it all, Dr. Bright, but what I will add on is just like Empress and Dr. Bright said, is bittersweet. That's why I would suggest staying till Monday. I think there's some people who leave on the 6th on Sunday. And if you really want to squeeze every last drop of Ceana enjoyment, then I also recommend that you stay till Monday. So that way that bittersweet feeling is not as painful on Sunday, knowing that you're leaving, or maybe even on Sunday after church. Some people I think leave very early. So we recommend staying till Monday so that way you don't miss out anything.
Well, I believe, buddy. We would love to squeeze the last day of Ceana, but our pockets are already squeezed.
That's true too. That's true. So I mean, do what's within your means. If you can squeeze the last bit of enjoyment, squeeze the last bit of enjoyment. But if you have to squeeze your dollar because after
maybe this is maybe we can
no please, because after those 4 days is between you and your bills till we come back again in 2027.
So. We need to yeah. So talking about the picnic, what are some local dishes we should be expecting to have during the picnic? We know usually they feature the vandudro. Both what should we be expecting?
You know, DC, we don't play about our picnic. You know, you'll find somebody pounding fufu, frying yam, making yakayeke, agbalikaklo. What else do we do? Dr. Bright, help me. I know we'll have everything, honestly.
Both floats, koliko, kelewele, opetela oleme, chofi, dogugbi, miokata toge, nududoe. Papa, mommy say.
I don't know what land do I serious.
Allah benye speciality ma fuma
wow. Dokugbi okata
oleme.
So come with your stomach and your dancing shoes. Yes.
But I have a special request though. Please, we the workers. Once we get to the picnic, we don't have chairs anymore. Miato, and this crowd is going to be a huge crowd. Miato. So make sure you are at the picnic grounds very early. However, some of us, we have to work. We have to count the money. Then we have to go and polish up our makeup and come. By the time we get there, sometimes there's no seat for us. Sometimes the food is finishing and we're trying to get a little. So please, we the workers should be treated super extra special.
Fair enough. I think that's a fair request. So then I'm going to make a plea to the DC members and those who are driving to bring chairs, bring your picnic chairs as well too. That will help us. We plan to have chairs, but we want to make sure that our workers are accommodated, because it's true, the chairs can finish. And again, we don't know the numbers we're going to receive. So please, if you have picnic chairs in your house, you're driving and you have space, add it in the trunk. Those of us in DC, I know we bring picnic chairs. So DC, we'll take it back to our meeting, but that is the charge for every member to bring at least one chair.
Yeah, I may go over Ceana body. And the fun itself happens in most rooms. Yo, never this year, ABLA about Ceana have bought out the hotel. Let me make a special appeal to those who will be coming for the first time.
Hold on. There's a special message here. Sister Vivian Newman buddy. My sugar pie, what are you wearing? I have not seen you today. Hey.
Special message, breaking news.
Love it too, my dear. Yeah,
when you dressed up, you didn't send her a picture. Wow, seriously.
My papa not do you know ma come me abandon aviator abandon the aviator.
It's all good.
You want the father like never abandon India,
And then coach for success. Coach you for success. All roads lead to Washington, DC. Great job. Much love from Lolonyo Association, North Carolina. Those are the comments we have so much. Please go ahead, Alpha Steve.
Yo, akpa, and now my losing your thought. Anyway, the move globally. Any, Afayama, Abla have told us, but the hotel is bought out by Ceana, which means, but you are free to knock on any door you hear there is a noise going. Miraculo, whenever when the people are asleep, you go knock, when you hear any noise going on in a room that you're walking by there, feel free to knock and go in. We are all one family. It's going to be a family affair. So you are invited to join the party because the party begins in the rooms and ends in the rooms. So feel free and be part of the celebration this year. We want everyone to feel so welcome. It's never the Marco Morocam no home. Aveno near hallway alo reception area no yano bogbomo Marco Migeda Amoji. The Empress Bahoma do your yoga. Etana Migabi Bahokamola. We are just keep knocking and you will find a room and then join in the party. Me, the father, but a payamana papa day. Na Agbanya, na payamania for banter kebabagadi. Mega exclude yourself. Come and join and let's make it a family.
Yes. And I want to tell those attendees when you're coming that, buddy, me kwa would sheep because of going from room to room. If you are coming on Thursday, bring for going room to room. Friday, bring clothes for room to every day. Just sit down and calculate your clothes because you cannot be wearing the same attire to be going from room to room 30. On Thursday, this is what I'm wearing. Friday, this is what I'm wearing. Saturday, this is what I'm wearing. And then when I'm going to the picnic, this is what I'm wearing. So please sit down, calculate the days and dress accordingly.
Not just the days, but for the different activities too.
Yes.
For morning, afternoon, midday.
Exactly.
You need your morning breakfast clothes. There's going to be fitness classes, so you need fitness wear.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't mention there'll be fitness class, so you need the gym clothes. Then morning, after the gym, the morning time when you're walking around, then afternoon clothes, then evening. So you need this is like how we have 3 meals a day. You need 3 outfits a day.
Deodorant or breath freshness. So because we don't have time to go and freshen up. Charlie, the thing be serious.
Look, this is just the beginning. Of Washington, but bless Ceana. They'll be here too many more times. One updates on them. You more blonami will try up 466 as of about sometime early in the week. 466 for bright numbers. I don't come. He's mentioning about 500. Let more. Yesterday, Marku Amashama Ejabana War registration. Abla Markunya either for bright ball. Might be a question. Afi Nanami over a closer remarks. Maybe a biara lamara hashi be a biami through me have a comment. America, this is the time to ask your question as well.
They talk about singles night.
Oh, okay.
For young adults.
Okay. How about Blabber specialty, man? Right. Right. One have a specialty about Blabber specialty, man. Right. This is a must attend convention. Why is it a must attend? Yeah, on top of that, Anatoanami will closing remarks.
The reason that it's a must attend convention, Ceana began from Washington, D.C., and it's coming back again this year. This year, it's 250th year of a United States of America, independence. Ta ewebe activities oleji igeza le Washington DC. Ceana hala every association of Washington DC ele host him. Yata ohiabe amesame never ponu kowu Ceana. What we will do at Ceana itself, it's one, and what activities that will be going on that you witness outside Ceana is also another. Hey, netu eya megbea Ceana agalengogbe yigbe. And the third reason youth we want to bring them up when chomiga value one nomia eyume abele ABLA. So this is also the foundation for the youth growth. Eyata uhiabela memia avasiana and must these three reasons we cannot get away with it. Alabana youth wala when they take it up and they start, it's gonna be something greater a time to come. Encouraging please join Ceana 2026 at every Association of Washington DC Metro Navakponue. Closing remark medakpenemi Ceana enye azare ikemi duna epesia epe akepeke metode eganye extraordinary eyata ohiabe mi vado nenye be by April March memile mikpo 466 registered members Ogbora minyavela. It is going to be a big thing. And that is why we all need to register now to secure our place before the deadline. We'll be traveling from another hotel and come over. So please do your registration now. Secure everything that you need to. Mama Empress ble nako awu etonde nkekedesi adon Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ala activities so leji igeza that you'll be overwhelmed. And ne Jola Mango Ceana 2026 be akpo akbe.
But not a Joa Manglo Ceana 2026. Well, that is Dr. Right. Me dakwe manyak blood and over Evanomia Doma. I would try a dojek play me. Malashop, this would not be the last time. Big I will forget to come and give us more very reassuring and up to date updates. Akbe. Davi Abla Marco Empress Biaba. Me singles night waga epeyama.
That is in the works. However, I think we need to have some more feedback from the people who are interested, because in the previous years when we've tried it, no one shows up. So I think some people are shy. While they want it, they ask about it all the time in the months coming up to Ceana, but when it's time for the singles to show themselves, they don't show themselves. So I think now we need to understand what it is that the singles need from us, so that way we can, I guess, match them with their partners. But we do the events, we have them planned, but I think we need the youth is the one that's kind of behind that project. So we want to know what the singles want and what would make a singles event more comfortable for them, that they will show their faces to their suitable partners.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, so you did say, but it's the youth that are behind it, right? But it is not, maybe it is because we are secluding it to the youth, right? Singles night should be a singles night. And we just hope that everybody attending, it's actually single, and
yes,
that you will create an ambience, create an atmosphere where you can come and just enjoy yourself. And hopefully it will be a matchmaking, right? We can attest to Ceana being a matchmaking for us. And we did not attend a singles night, but we did have the benefit of having the convention to have benefited from, as my partner in crime just stated. But all members who know themselves are invited into Steve and Vivian's room for a special good light soup. So we are opening our rooms, we are opening our doors for anyone who comes to the convention to come and join us, and let's just break a lot of bread and let's have something to while away the time while we are there. So I think we just have to, I know you've been working on this, for some time now. So let's continue to work on it and see, because Ceana is also a time where we try and bring families together, and we want people to be able to make some lasting friendship from Ceana so that they can continue to come. You see, my wife is opening her room for everybody to come because she's a benefactor of Ceana, right? So she comes to Ceana every year and open her doors for people to come and enjoy. Akpe, Miracle, your closing remarks. If there is anything else that we haven't covered, you want to cover, please feel free to do so. And your closing remarks, Abla.
I think we covered most of what needs to be covered today. Just a reminder for those who are going to start purchasing their airline tickets, the shuttle hotel or the preferred Ceana hotel, the preferred airport for Ceana is BWI. That's the Baltimore Washington International Airport, Thurgood Marshall Airport. That is where Ceana will be providing shuttle services between the hotel and airport. So if you need to purchase a ticket, please make sure that you're flying into BWI from your respective city. Please also make sure you're not flying to Washington, Seattle, Washington. You're coming to the Washington, D.C. area, and that airport code is BWI. I think that's the only thing we may not have covered. Again, please register for the full package and register on time to have the best Ceana experience. This is a convention you don't want to miss. DC is a central location, so it's definitely going to be one of the biggest Ceanas we've seen in a few years. Maybe the most affordable one because of how you can drive and drop in. But yes, that's it for me. Continue tuning into Ceana Central to get all the latest updates. If you're on the Ceana Convention platforms, feel free to ask questions there. Anything Ceana related, you don't have to wait to Ceana Central or to a town hall. You can call us as well at 703-791-9987. And again, please make sure when you're registering at Ceana2026.org. Please do not register from our main Ceana page, which is the ceanaonline.org.
Yo, Akpe, Davi, Abla, and F.O. Bright, Akpe, Nami. Yeah, Akpe, Nami, mi va no mi adome, and Dokuchia, yemi funu, Nami a lot of information. Mama Global, the convention planning is ongoing. There's going to be more updates, and you would be our constant guest, our frequent guest, to be coming to update us. There may be some other team members that may be joining us to give us updates. So stay tuned here to Ceana Central, and you would continue to get all the updates. Happy Nia take a quick break. The Empress, my kunyala show. Nevi aglo.
Kamala shinyo nyasela klo nupola mega touch dial lo mega droga back be. Welcome to Ceana TV. You are watching from Ceana Central, hosted by Ofo Steve and Empress Mawusi. Ceana, helping build Everland.
Yo, mi agata kwena me shame ba mi ba no mi adoma wo try aye mi wo wana yo wo the atape abaleke ojene Ceana media wana gada le mi ashi ke mi wana koshira mi jena goma feedback bright Friday evening ye mi ako African jazz and traditional music panorama akoko abanami mi afoga DJ Lawrence mawinyega ye kone bena le mi abakaji cho gani Gasheki Eastern Standard Time. Can we get a memoragbe Gia, memoragbe indikani mianovio da Miss Del Bakla da Sarah ye wako Health and Wellness Hub akoko Banami. The miapono cho doleluka la domia leke miatwapo mia dokioji kaka hobe you acho la jajikwa kanye Bakla Empress Mawusi kemiamiva hozi. Yeah, mia Ceana over Nyaoma and Nika Ceana Jean. Kaka mia chofifilaya, authentic mama in her a hoshi ho, yeah, wo, yapa wana, Kokavenami, if we like, Kakamia Joji Ajikwa, we will join, we'll get a live feed from Ghana. In your Dunenyo Bobobo show, Ajagomaho, I will be joining her right after here. Yevana every Saturday. Joe Garaka, Yakweba, Joe Garaka, Kakavasada, Gato, Kehakwe Habi. Neha Kakabe, Ajola Jajikwa, Miva, Miastron, Miva, Miastron, but in Dr. Wanyo, Danami, Da Mary, for Cyrus Backle, and you now, or call Mifa Miastro, but Ojana Bagboa, Yida Winiba, I call ni by department, I call Avanami, ne wa Afiami Aleke Miastro. Kenya a memiragbe a program Kakoshiragbe, Masaraf Mo Koshiragbe Han. Miada Nico Laba Iha I call Faith and Africa Culture, Faith and Culture, Akoko Avanami Koshiragbe. Ke wana we maga keminyaba announcement via doha wala domia. Yenya Egba New York. Mianta mi kwa malafugwa mega kwa menyaba na machafi ako kama jamoina da New York. Ni Ghana's independence celebration AGM Bafma Veviade this evening. If you are going to be in the New York area, please come and join us celebrate Ghana's 69th independent celebration. Next week, the Empress or another independent celebration hosting like Chicago. If you are going to be in the Midwest area, please join Chicago celebrate the Ghana's independence celebration. Marakumi Nogbafa Dempa Epeyama Midotade Ghana Nemia war a historic lunch. Yenyapa mi ge Anna Namia Degbefa a Ceana pa if we are Ceana, we are going to launch it at home. Mamia Zandumolo, Azanto Midugala, Washington from September 3rd through the 7th. Gakea, we are going to launch it officially in UHAS campus. That is coming on March 28th. Now, if you happen to be in Ghana at that time, please come join us. Launch the historic launch of Ceana in Ghana at home, to be specific. Afi Mariku Mianovioka Novishi Association, the Novishi Association of New Jersey. Miahami Miaba 20th anniversary to get it. Miama Shamak Babamiva Nemiaba Wofumaklemi on August the 1st. Afi Mia Blackba. Are you there? Washington, D.C., September 3rd through the 7th. In celebrating one of a kind Ceana this year. Marakuyama Obronami, if you haven't registered yet, please do so now. Do not wait any longer. Almost 500 people have already done so. Please join and let's come to the Ceana this year and celebrate Ceana like never before. Yo, okay, Afia, Nyama Tonyo Coca Coca na Mama said the Jivaya make us come a clamilo, Yankonya for Steve. As always, they take care of yourselves and of each other. Mama said the Empress, take us home.
Akpano wo for Steve Nyasala Plano na mi ba mi ahye mi ba egba mi agaba pe mi le Yana Central ami gava akpana mi okata eglon comments di ma wona ha your closing remark here. Miato vao minamicho de kawo kwango yi ya ipa vaijo. Amabubu ade kama woganamio. Miantowe aliji blaga elabana. Amanto yo ipa kplekeba akploko eye koklo homa kpanu no koklo. Dume vinyanya yi konya nu vevio mo hona la mashio. Atodo la kple nukpola. Kana koklo kwa tocho indide mianya ba enye Empress Mawusi tugbazuku mama seduji. Enye kple FOSTIV miawe akpadam na micho miakpa jimakalo. Madakuku weekend ananyo na mi miaga dogo next week. Bye bye.